Oh yeah, they killed him. Everybody tapping. It's a fight at the night. Fight of the night.
Gentlemen, please welcome the undefeated all-action world rank contender, introducing Frank the Ghost Martin. And his opponent across the ring, the defending world champion, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing black trunks with multicolored trim, hailing from Baltimore, Maryland. He weighed in at his trim and ready 133.5 pounds. He is also undefeated in his tremendous campaign in the ring with a record of 29 wins, no losses, 27 wins coming by way of knockout. Here is the young star of boxing and popular pound-for-pound great. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the hard-hitting and renowned five-time three-weight division world champion and the current undefeated, reigning and defending WBA lightweight champion of the world, introducing Gervonta Tank Davis. Once again, a referee in charge, Harvey Duck, now to give instructions.
Okay, boxers, you received your instructions earlier. As a reminder, obey my commands at all times. Protect yourself at all times. Touch him up. Good luck.
Harvey Dock will be the referee for our main event, scheduled for 12 rounds for Gervonta Davis's 135-pound belt. It's a battle of undefeated fighters as Davis returns after a career-long 14-month layoff. He says he returns a changed man, more focused on his family, more focused on his career, and now focused on Frank the Ghost Martin, the Bell, and round one, and Davis having a little fun with the whole Ghost nickname, a part of the Ghostbusters theme. His team has t-shirts with "Who You Gonna Call?" Well, Martin says he's going to spook the entire division and put it on notice by recording the upset here tonight.
Yeah, and if you're Martin, you definitely want to start putting those rounds together early on. We know that Davis is a slow starter, but then we've been talking about, Morrow, you and I, that perhaps for this fight in particular, Davis
not a
might
slow
start fast.
It's deliberate start. It's strategic patience. And for Frank Martin, of course, here's a guy who has some of the best footwork you will ever see, Joe, who's good at using the jab, the counter. Is an amazing athlete, was an all-state wrestler, a football player, came to the sport of boxing relatively late, but had a standout career, and now working under the tutelage of Derek James. He is primed here tonight.
I'm a big fan of Frank Martin's as well as, Tank Davis. Who isn't? But Frank Martin is an exceptional athlete, and he could pose a lot of problems tonight.
You want to stick and move with those combinations, known for great counter punching as well. And for Davis, of course, it's all about low output, high accuracy, and just a savant when it comes to processing information and watching tape. We talk about how he's able to exploit repetitive processes by his opponents. We saw what he did in what he called the best knockout of his career, as he took advantage of Leo Santa Cruz going to the well once too often with the right hand and eating a left uppercut for the 2020 knockout of the year. But here, very much typical of a Gervonta Tank Davis fight. On his back foot, just seeing what Martin has to offer. Martin trying to establish the jab, and again, both of them are southpaws.
Absolutely. And Martin's a really good one, just like Tank. And so far, he's the only one who's been landing so far with jabs. There's a jab from Tank. But Martin's been landing the left hand of the body and a straight left hand. He's ahead in this round so far.
Martin averages about 48 punches a round. Under a minute left here in the first. High guard of Tank Davis. Very smart pressure.
Yeah, both fighters really alert right now.
Hands were low and then explosive. The way that he's able to pull that trigger, his punch delivery system, second to none. But Martin putting the pressure on Davis, sticking out that lead hand.
Yeah, saw how nice Martin got out of that corner when he got trapped in the corner by Tank.
His footwork is amazing.
He got under and around and ended up picking Tank up on his shoulders.
There's the 1-2 from the southpaw, trying to split the high guard of Tank Davis. Under 20 seconds left in the opening round.
Nice, beautiful triple jab right there by Martin. continue to circle him. And with Martin, you just don't know when he's going to throw, especially that left hand. He's so quick with it.
Got a good body shot by Frank Martin. So, as expected, Martin taking the opening round and landing 11 punches compared to 3 for Davis. And we've seen...
Take those deep breaths. How you feeling? You're gonna come eventually, right? But that's where defense comes into play. We'll see something to play.
All right, here we go. We got a little replay of Martin. There's that good straight left hand off the jab. That was one of the punches that he used. And that's the one we're going to show you. Although Martin landed quite several left hands to the body as well.
Both very proficient at pull counters, as well as Martin immediately goes on the attack, sneaks a shot into the body of Tank Davis.
Yeah, both fighters really relaxed, really alert, locking eyes. I mean, just both of them waiting for one or the other to make a mistake, really.
Tank putting on really good pressure right now. Even though he's not throwing anything, he's making Frank Martin work by...
Powerful right hook behind the guard of Davis by Martin. So Martin again throwing many more punches than we expected, but there's always that.
It only takes one, right?
It takes one, and it's incredible how, you know, it does just take one, and the amount of explosive fight-ending single-shot counters that Davis has authored in his career is incredible. Happened against Ryan Garcia, Rolly Romero, Leo Santa Cruz. You can go on and all just single-shot counter KOs.
And this is what I talk about, putting rounds together. Jab, jab, move around from Martin.
Yeah, he's doing exactly what he said he was going to do.
He's got to do it.
And this is nothing new for Frank Martin. This is what he actually does. So it's not like he really invents something for Tank.
He really was incredible in that what was supposed to be a 50-50 fight against the then unbeaten Michel Rivera. He took Rivera to school, the biggest win of his career. Martin, the stock took a little bit of hit his last fight against the unheralded Artem Artunian, but he showed that clutch gene. He made adjustments down the stretch, went to the volume route, and became more aggressive. So again, high IQ, compact, short punches. There's a counter left hand to the body by Tank Davis. Davis missed with the lead left, but avoids a sweeping left from Frank Martin.
You can just sense it. Anything can happen at any given moment.
Yeah, you know
Tank Davis fight. Oh, nice counter to the body by Davis.
But again, both of them so alert.
And there's a lead left hand by Davis, bounced off the high guard of Martin.
Davis misses, Martin comes back.
Davis missed there with a sweeping right hook.
And you saw how Frank Martin got under it, turned around, and stopped the whole affair.
Another jab through the guard by Martin.
The question I've got, and I'm sure I'm not the only one, is can Martin
Keep it up for 12 rounds.
not just keep it up or get the respect of Tank with a hard shot?
And there's a wrestling match that we saw. They talked about in their sparring session years ago where Martin allegedly landed a left hand of Davis, and then it became a wrestling match. So a lot of bad blood between these two, but little grappling, not much else. As Martin again wanting to keep Tank at bay, utilizing the jab. We're at the end of two.
Good round. Still looking good. Still looking good. Give me a towel. Give me a towel. Looking good. Keep making them work. Keep making them work. We're going into the third round. I got you. Every time, run them down, act like a fake. You know what I'm saying? Make them have to keep working. Here. How you doing? I know you.
I'm just trying to make it.
Yeah.
His power down.
Yeah.
You got those powers.
Watch his free side here.
So after 2 rounds for Gervonta Davis coming off the 14-month layoff, saw some timing issues with some of the punches and stuff. But again, with the Tank Davis fight, you look at everything. You can't say it's rust, especially because again the strategic patience. But Frank Martin, meanwhile, wants to continue doing this punching combination. combination, utilize the jab, stick and move, utilize that fast footwork, and there it is. Martin with a little bit of an edge, throwing a lot more jabs, but not landing at the same rate of Tank Davis.
I like what they told Davis there. Keep working, keep pushing him. And, you know, when he does that, what he wants to do and create is an opening. He wants Martin to make a mistake to open up and, you know, land a big shot.
Well, that's the whole thing, right? You go into a Tank Davis fight, the key is, well, you got to open up eventually, try to beat him, fight, but that's exactly what he wants you to do.
Yes.
He wants you to open up so he can counter you.
And I think as well that he wants to tire out Frank Martin by keeping him on guard all the time.
You wonder if that'll happen with an athlete like Frank Martin.
Well, they can. With Tank on your tail.
Yeah, but again, he's never faced an athlete like Frank Martin.
No, I agree, but there's a lot of mental
And a
strength.
guy who's really ready mentally and otherwise. I get what you're saying, but
Yeah, same here.
it's only round number 3.
Yeah, exactly, but, you know,
There's a nice left hand from Davis, lead left hand.
Davis is not going to stop with the pressure. I can guarantee he's not going to back up. He's going to keep this pressure up all night.
Beginning to put pressure on here in the 3rd round, even more so. And there's a 1-2 from the southpaw. And he actually heard him say that he didn't feel Martin had power in the corner after the last round. Of course, Martin with 12 out of 18 wins via knockout, but just not known for the fight-altering power that Tank Davis possesses. Pound for pound, one of the heaviest hitters in the sport. And he has Martin now in the corner. He does. And there's the jab, and there's that counter left. Jab to the body by Davis. 2 over the top by Martin.
I think Martin would be better served staying in the center of the ring and out of the corners.
Yeah, but even then, when he was in the corner, that was a great reaction. The punch from Martin right there.
I agree, but, you know, that can only last so long. You don't want to keep tempting fate with Tank Davis.
The ability for Tank Davis to really just move the millimeters, his defense, his ability to utilize his ring IQ and his boxing skills. Yes, it's not even so much as an exciting fight. A good combination lands for Martin. It's exciting finishes, but Martin doing what he needs to do here, making life rough for Gervonta Davis.
Extremely so, yes. But we knew he was capable of this, and so far I've got him winning the first 3 rounds.
And that's no surprise as you follow the career of Tank Davis. And Davis, though, beginning to unload it again. Martin able to escape the ropes, so 3 rounds are in the books. And it's Martin 2-1, outlanding Gervonta Tank Davis.
And this is a perfect example of Gervonta Davis trying to create an opening. The feint right there. And Frank, smart enough, did not open up. He looked scared there, but again, high guard, and he turned. Beautiful
Nice
counter punch
counter.
right there from Martin. Yeah, that's the one I was talking
No,
about.
that was
on
a
the
cute
corner.
little thing, but Martin had his right hand down, and that left hand almost hit him.
There, beautiful.
Now, that was the center of the ring where he got that jab in at the very end of the combo. Now the key for Frank Martin is to do that for another 9 rounds. That's the hard part.
4th round.
Going fast.
There's the double jab to the guard by Martin, utilizing that footwork. Money line has changed. Good escape by Martin.
Martin's doing all the right stuff.
Yes, yes, he is.
A beautiful body shot by Davis.
Of course, you got Martin leading, taking those rounds. And again, like you said, Joe, he's doing all the right things. Volume, 1, 2, 3, back to the jab, moving to the side, not giving Davis any moments to get off.
Davis. Power punches, huge edge for Martin. And Davis upset with Martin grabbing, holding as the referee, Harvey Dock, separates for low output, high accuracy, explosive counters. The left uppercut, wow, then Martin was a wrestler, turning this into a wrestling match.
That was definitely a
Looking for that level change into what was almost a power double attempt. Not the right sport here. Nice lead left lands for Davis. Goes downstairs.
That's smart of Tank to go to the body instead of keep trying to go to the head. Frank Martin's very hard to hit to the head, and he landed some solid body shots on Frank Martin.
That was an arm punch also, breaking down the arms.
Tank Davis just misses those punches, and you know if you get clipped by one of those, you're in trouble.
Final minute of the fourth round. And very much going according to what I guess a lot of experts planned, that Martin would bank early rounds and then we'd see what would happen in the second half of the fight. Well, Tank even went public on social media, predicted a 9th round knockout of Frank Martin. 30 seconds left, and Martin said, hey, watch it, I can knock out Tank Davis too, you know.
That was a good body shot from Davis. Again, you can't get repetitive if you're Martin.
No way.
Davis is reading you.
Instantly, he'll respond. There's the left hand. Now Davis beginning to open up. The crowd anticipating it. Feint by Martin.
Yeah, Martin's throwing that straight left hand and getting countered by the left up to the body from Tank. It's a vicious punch, and it's very effective.
Oh yeah. This nigga ready to get knocked the fuck out. Here we go. This might be the round right here. He said he ain't hit you in none of them shots. Yes, he did. He hit his ass. Hit his ass every time. Well, I'm telling you. They had to cut the audio off, y'all. They would have killed the video if they kept the audio on. Y'all break him up. Well, yeah, pussy. I'll be the commentator. Here we go. Javante is crowding the shit out of him though. Look, now it's time to fight. Look. He covering up. He know what time it is. It's time to get knocked the fuck out. He done timed all your shots. And you tired now, so he really ready to get you.
It's red there. Those left hands have been landing on that side of the face. So he's doing a little damage, Frank Martin.
He's landed 49 total punches compared to Tank's 32, but as always, Tank landing at a higher accuracy. Under a minute left here in the fifth.
Good jab by Frank Martin. He used it very well tonight. Martin's having a good round again this round.
He likes to build off us, and he told us that his biggest asset is his foot movement. We've seen that on display, and perhaps his ability to throw those combinations could disrupt Davis's rhythm, and he's banking these rounds just based on output.
Yeah, and you heard Calvin Ford say, look, we knew he was going to move. Well, of course. I mean, what would you do? So, he's just reassuring Tank. Yeah, he's moving now. You keep the pressure on. We'll get to him eventually. Davis looking to
try to keep Martin in front of him, trying to cut off that ring. Martin with the double right, the lead hand, going upstairs, downstairs, missing with the sweeping right hook, though.
Yeah, he tried. He's doing the right things,
jab.
though.
It's
a dance for Martin.
No, he don't time him. That's all you got. That's he tired.
on Tank, and it was a solid.
Lead left hand by Martin.
Yeah, he gets it back.
And that's how you get him off rhythm.
The best ever connect percentage against Tank Davis was Leo Santa Cruz, but Davis knocked him out. And now Martin is landing at 29%. So Martin having the best success of any fighter against Tank Davis. But Davis getting closer and closer with a minute and a half left in the first half of this round. Lands a chopping left hand as he's allowed to walk in uncontested.
Well, that's the second session out of that corner, but that was the only one he landed. Frank Martin pulled a nice Houdini out of that corner on that first set of punches that Tank was throwing out.
Yeah, Tank definitely not respecting that power from Martin, getting in easy. But again, Martin just let out that jab. He's got to get back on that jab.
There's the jab and the left follow-up left from Davis. A rare combination in the early going. A minute left here in the first half of the fight. And Davis wearing the markings on his face of the offense of Frank Martin and missing with that left cross. Davis told us his favorite and best knockout was the 2020 knockout of the year against Leo Santa Cruz. He and Esau Cruz were the two fighters that really tried to pressure Tank in the early going, to try to really bring it to him. And again, Martin is doing what Martin set out to do. And with 20 seconds left now here in the first half of the fight, you've got to believe that based on what we've seen, Martin's got to be ahead on the scorecard just based on the output, right, guys?
I would not disagree with that, although Tank is having his best round.
And this is where Tank Davis is going to start to pick it up. We're heading into the second half of the fight.
You hear what I'm saying? I like the press game here. Breathe. Breathe.
Yeah, here we go. Here's Tank. There, there's a little slip and a little, left hand over the top. And here's Tank again. He feinted the left hand, went to the right uppercut, feinted that, and then landed the third shot, which was the left hand. And here's the jab, straight left. Now, Frank Martin rolled with
And
that.
notice that is every time that Martin is on that corner, he's got to get off. He can't stay there.
Although he rolled with that left hand.
The last one he did.
Yeah.
Done.
But you heard,
I got you. Get the bucket. Get the bucket.
you heard Calvin Ford say, we need all these rounds. So he knows
they're behind?
Yeah, he knows they're probably behind her, but not by much.
And we begin the second half of this championship bout, a battle of unbeatens. Gervonta Tank Davis defending his 135-pound belt against Frank the Ghost Martin, who has stuck to his game plan, has had success with his footwork, the jab, the mobility. But now let's see Tank Davis. This is where he begins to really start his fight, is in the second half of these fights.
And that was great right there from Frank Martin. I know he does not want to open up. He doesn't want to give anything to Davis. But again, he has to keep him busy.
So there's a left hand to the body and the right by Davis. Martin just avoiding that counter. But now Martin forced to wrestle, and the referee, Harvey Dock, breaking them up. But Martin doing the veteran thing when Davis is entering what for him is a danger zone.
Nice combo by Martin, though. Look,
Yep.
Every time he keeps him busy with
And
his
he keeps
combinations.
moving. He's doing exactly what he's supposed to.
here's the thing that Tank
You
Davis
know,
is
knock him out.
concentrated on. He's looking at counters off the hand. Left uppercut like that. Or a straight left hand. He's thinking
Shots.
Yeah. He's
Good
looking
shot.
at
Double
Good
jab
shot.
left from
Okay.
Davis.
Good
Now
cover.
Davis
Good cover.
chopping down on
Good
Martin.
cover. Good cover.
Martin against the ropes.
Good cover.
Trying to use the wing block with his left arm. Moves to the center of the ring again. There's the exit. Trying to create the angle. Oh, wow. Standing in front of Davis like that. High guard, dangerous. Davis misses with the lead left uppercut, but then follows up with another left hand. And Frank Martin forced to retreat on the back foot, but Martin unable to fire back.
He's getting
Pressure building.
Yes, he's being more stationary now, Frank Martin. Tank is just walking in so comfortable.
And Davis has definitely muted the offense of Frank Martin for the first time in this fight. Davis is throwing more punches than Frank Martin and really opening up lead here in terms of total punches connected in this round. It's all Gervonta Tank Davis with just over 30 seconds left in the seventh.
In that last section right there, Frank Martin covered up well.
Counter left from Frank Martin that jolted Davis.
That's the counter he's been looking for.
Neither fighter has ever been down as a pro. Final 15 seconds left in the seventh. It's been Davis's best round in terms of offensive output, just missing with the left, and it's on two. It's round 7. It begins.
All right, here we go. There's that look. That Frank missed that left hand. Tank countered with the left uppercut and then the right hook as Frank Martin was off balance. Here's that little run on the ropes right here. That one hit him a little behind the head. He had his hands up. He tried to wrap it around that one too. And I think Frank's going to complain about that. Yeah, right there. Yeah. But that's his fault for turning his head.
And it's those body shots that are doing damage.
That's right.
And that is why he's becoming more stationary now, Frank Martin.
Frank's hands dropped after that
Yeah,
body shot.
and it opened up for that great left hand. Exactly.
They both landed right there on that one.
So for the first time in the fight in round 7, Tank Davis threw over 30 punches. He was 19 of 37 with 7 body shots. Martin just 10 of 26 with 0 body shots landed. Round number 8. And the jab goes to work for Martin to the body.
Yeah, he stopped throwing that.
Martin still has a slight advantage in terms of total punches landed, but the gap is closing. And Davis double left hand.
Martin's got to stay out of the corners if he wants to stay in this fight.
Yeah, stay out of the corners. He needs to be a little bit more busy as he
One
is
punch
right
coming
there.
in now.
Yeah.
Martin beginning to deliver those combinations of his, but nice sharp jab from Davis and another jab countered by Martin.
Still rounds like that.
That's right. Look, he's got room to move when he's not in the corner or on the ropes, you know, and that's the safest place for him. That was a low blow right on
And our
on the leg.
unofficial score, Joe Goosen, has Davis closing the gap on the scorecards. 2 minutes left in the 8th.
We haven't seen body work from Martin. I want to see that left to the body.
It's like Tank Davis scripts this stuff. Gervonta Tank Davis sticks.
he's had.
Yeah.
He loses the first couple of rounds.
More than even the first couple sometimes.
yeah,
Like,
more in
I
this
know what
one.
you're saying. I know what you're saying.
He closes the gap and he finishes you.
This is going to be something to see this replay. I know we're going to be showing right. Here we go. Here's the corner. Frank should not be in there. We were talking about that. He's just setting himself up for big trouble here. There's the uppercut, and there's the left hand. Wow. Once he stunned him with that uppercut, he was defensive.
Let's see what he got to say.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the time of 1 minute, 29 seconds in round number 8. A referee in charge, Harvey Dock, reaches the count of 10. He is the winner by way of knockout. He is still the undefeated WBA lightweight champion of the world, Gervonta Tank Davis. I'm gonna hold it for you. You get tough. It's tough.
All right, let's go inside the ring, and Jim Gray is going to be talking to Tank Davis.
All right, Morrow, thank you very much. Tank, 421 days off, and you picked up almost where you left off.
Yeah. Just a little crusty, a little rusty, but it's okay. I'm back.
Were you rusty? Did you feel it, or were you just
Yeah.
feeling him out?
Yeah, the couple rounds, I feel as though that I ain't warm up completely like how I wanted to. Well, I did warm up, but I got cold as the fight was going on before me, but it's okay. No excuses.
Did his footwork bother you at all in those early rounds? Because he was winning the early rounds.
No, his footwork wasn't bothering me. I knew that he was going to tie down. So that's why I was doing. I would just stand there, be a target for him just so he could tie himself out. And once he tied himself out, you know what I mean, I start picking him apart.
And you were looking at your face in the monitor. It was a bit of a target. Is it hurting right now?
Yeah, it's a little like a little charry, but I'm okay. It come with the sport.
Let's jump in and take a look at this 8th round. First, let me ask you, did things turn around in the 7th round? Did you start to figure out, I know I have him? There we go. Okay, there was the big left. Tell us.
No, but
Go ahead.
I thought it was an uppercut first. I
Yeah,
think
it
I
was.
put him with an uppercut.
You did. We'll take another look at the uppercut, and we'll go back. Here we go.
Boom, that's what it was. That's what it was. The brick hand just finished it off. Boom. God damn. Greatest twist.
28 KOs. It's almost as though, I mean, really, do you feel that these guys can compete with you once you get into the later rounds?
I mean, I don't know till they get in there with me, but, you know, I've been around for a long time. You know, I've been training since I was 7 years old, competing since I was 8. You know what I mean? So it just, it's like second nature, you know what I mean? So it's just about, you know, staying focused, make sure my mind is on the goal, and that's always to come out on top.
You've said this week, and you've said to me tonight, that what you went through, the incarceration, made you a better person. Can you explain how?
It made me a better person, but like just patience and things like that. Just stuff happening in life where you got to go through it and not try to get around it. So it just better. It made me a better person. Made me a better father. Made me a better everything. You know what I mean? Want to be a better athlete as I continue to build and be great at my career.
When will we see you again? And Lomachenko, everybody's talking about that. There's Stevenson. There's Pitbull Cruz. What would you like to do, and how soon would you do it?
Most importantly, I want to just, get back to the drawing board, get back in the gym, and just stay focused. I felt that I was a little rusty, but all them guys is, on my radar. And most importantly, I want to thank everybody that came out, everybody that tuned in, everybody that was a part of this event, this great event. I was about to say Showtime. Amazon Prime, Leonard, Errol Spence, definitely my opponent Frank Martin, his team, everybody, Al Heyman. Thank y'all for this great event.
Tank, congratulations.
My bad.
Fantastic.
My bad.
Calvin, congratulations. Thank you.
Yeah, we should.
Frank, you okay?
Yeah, I'm good. All good.
You were doing really well taking the early rounds, and your footwork was tremendous. Did you feel like you were in control of this fight?
I felt like in the beginning I was in control, then got a little too comfortable. I got comfortable chilling on the ropes. trying to find that bigger shot. You know, it wasn't presenting itself. I stopped doing my movement. You know, once I stopped doing my movement, he was able to land more shots. Once I stopped, you know what I mean, doing my thing, you know, he got off more shots on me.
Was your success or your feeling of success the reason you got comfortable?
No, I wouldn't say it was like me feeling my success. It was just me trying to figure out what I could do to slow the pressure down from him coming. You know, I wasn't trying to move too much, too excessive, you know, because I felt like that's what they wanted me to do, tire my legs out. So I was trying to slow it down a little bit and kind of pace myself instead of moving so much. But, you know, he came in, landed a big shot, you know, and, you know, it was a shot I didn't see.
When you know it's the guy's strategy, and let's take a look, and you can tell us where you get caught here in the 8th round from your vantage point. Right there. That uppercut.
Yeah. Really, I just didn't see the shot. I didn't see the shot. You know, he landed that up, you know. They always say, they've been telling me, you know, the shots you can't see is the ones that come from underneath. And that's the shot he landed, you know, and he came over the top with that left. You know?
Frank, appreciate your time. We're glad you're okay.
No problem. Appreciate it.
Thank you. All right, Morrow, back to you.
All right, Jim, thank you very much. Tank Davis closing the show, landing 20.